is easy to protect ourselves against disinformation. The problem is that a lot of folks don't know how. Most have not received education around digital media literacy. It is in our schools currently, but there are many of us who are no longer in the school system and who haven't been in the school system in a very long time, and we're out there consuming this information as well. So it's how to share the skills and how to make folks aware of the problem and how to make folks understand there is something they can do about this. When we think about the problem, one of the things we like to think about is how a lot of the way we talk about technology and social media and the internet is in a way that really disempowers us as individuals. It's very much about all the bad things that are happening to us, or we see all this information and we don't quite know what to do with it all, and we don't know what to believe, and we end up feeling quite disempowered. I think one of the things that we all want to do is take back some control and feel like we can control both the information that we see, what comes across our screens, if we're engaging and using any of the social media platforms to access our news, and we know that most people are using them to access their news and information, especially younger folks. So how can we be sure that what we see is real, but also that we feel in control of it and we don't feel like we're being controlled and we're being manipulated by everything that we read? One of the pieces that's so awful about disinformation and its roots in propaganda is that it's all about manipulating our feelings. How it's successful is that it's manipulating our emotions, making us feel something. We're also more likely to believe something that confirms what we already believe or think, or that we've already seen. So the more we see of the same kind of messaging, the more we'll tend to believe it. We're in a moment in time where it does require us to exercise a bit more vigilant, to be a bit more active. We used to live in an information environment, an information ecosystem, if you will, where the relationship was one way. The information was curated, created, edited, determined. What was news was set by a group of news organizations. And then they shared that information with their audience. So a very one-way relationship. The internet changed all of that. It put us all at the middle of the information ecosystem. Each and every one of us, as soon as we go online and start to create content, comment, like, share, we have become part of the information ecosystem. So the entire model has changed. It's no wonder that we're struggling and trying to figure all this out. But what that means is we have access to more information than ever before in human history. So the volume is overwhelming, and the velocity, the speed of that information, we've never experienced before. So those two things alone have really impacted how we consume information, how we understand what we're reading, and it is requiring us to behave in a different way.
I think the key issue is the question of source. Where is this piece of information coming from?